Welcome back to another medieval dynasty guide. This one is going to be everything you need to know about solo farming. I will make a separate guide about recruiting NPC villagers and letting them do the dirty work, but for now I'm going to focus on solo just to keep the video time down. That is all. I like to make it short and sweet. So the first thing you will need is a load of flat land, because your fields will be big. They can start off small, but eventually you'll want nice big fields and you're going to need nice open flat land for that. So find yourself some flat land. Hopefully you haven't started your village too early on rocky hills, but here you go. First off, you will need some tools. That is going to be a simple bag. You can craft one of them using 3 leather, nice and easy. Just hunt yourself a couple of animals for that leather, or you could be sneaky and steal one night time, or buy one for 180 coin if you have that coin. The second tool we're going to need is a wooden hoe. That requires one log and 5 sticks, nice and easy. That is your tool sorted if you want to go for like cabbage and carrots, that sort of thing. But if you want to go for wheat grain and stuff like that and flax, you're going to want a stone sickle. You can unlock this with the smithy, or again buy or try and steal one from a village. There is the copper sickle, but that's going to be later on down the line. But it will be a lot more durable, so to bear that in mind for later game. But for now we're going to stick with the stone sickle. I'll show you how to make one of them if you don't know. So you need the smithy first off, and you just go to the workbench there, and it is in stone tools, and there you go, the stone sickle. 4 sticks, 4 stones, nice and easy. The hardest bit is getting the smithy, but you'll level up and get there. Now I'll quickly show you how to equip items if you didn't know. You just select them and then select the number. So I select 8 for the bag, and then you want your copper hoe, select that, number 7. And then what else did we have? A sickle, didn't we? You can use a scythe as well, I should have said that. A sickle or a scythe is pretty much the same thing. So we'll put that in number 6. Now we have our tools. You'll want 2 other items, and you will have to travel to a vendor in one of the villages. So that's the vendor and their names and the locations there. The closest one to me is Dynasty, so I'm going to head over to there. But what you want to be buying from these is any seeds that you want to plant. Check out your bag, because it'll tell you what season. I'll show you what seasons you can plant which items. And also the second item is going to be fertilizer. So what we need is seeds and fertilizer, and they are quite expensive. So to make your own fertilizer, in spring you can pick hundreds, or shall I say 1,000 berries if you want, and turn that rot into fertilizer. Or what you can do is you can just throw meat and vegetables on the ground, or keep them on you, and they will spoil. So if you hold Alt, this will show you. See the guy on the right, he had a bag above his head. That means he is a vendor.
How can I help you?
And he is the farmer
Best
vendor.
goods in the valley.
So what you want to do, you can sell items to these to get your money, by the way, if you didn't know that. I just sell that bronze just to show you for what it's worth for the video. So you buy the fertilizer, and then you buy the seeds. Fertilizer and seeds is both 1 per square farming plot. So for 1 square farming plot will be 1 fertilizer and 1 seed. So like I say, I'm going to show you what seasons you can plant these stuff in. But the season I'm in is going to be cabbage. But flax is your money crop. That gets a lot of money, especially when you get into sowing. And like I say, if you use wheat, you will need a sickle. Or flax even, any wheat sort of cereal grain. So that's where I was in Dynasty. I'm going to head back now. So once I'm back, I'm going to run how to lay the foundations to your farming fields. So what you want to do is go to your bag, and then it will tell you what season that you could plant stuff in. So cabbage, you could plant it in spring or summer. So this is ideal for me. I know I can plant cabbage. So what I'm going to do is find my nice flat land, probably next to my oat field here, just for the video's sake. And then what you want to do is go into building, farming, and then field. So the bigger the better, like she says. Actually, this is on the angle, kind of messed that up. I'll try and place it a bit better. I'll show you once again. So yeah, bigger is better. The biggest you could go is 16 by 16. That's 256 squares of farming. But beware, because the bigger the field, the more tax you have to pay each year on it. You pay your taxes in spring if you didn't know. So I'm just going to go with like a 5 by 5. And you could start off small, like a 5 by 5, and then once next year you might have more money to buy more fertilizer and more seeds, and then expand that way. You can also demolish the whole plot with a hammer if you want, or if you mess up the crop, you can just hoe it back out. I'll show you how to do that in a sec. But first off, I'm going to show you how to prepare the ground. So you will need your hoe, and then you literally just hoe the ground of the weeds. So if it says not grubbed up like it did there, you just hoe the ground, you grab it up, you get rid of the weeds. It's pretty simple. So you just keep hoeing the ground like so. I will fast forward this. I won't show you me hoeing the whole ground, just to speed up the video a little bit more for you. But that is how you do it. You want to go over every square bit of land that you've marked out. So once that's done, look something, and then what you want is your bag, and then you right click to bring up the menu, and then what you want to do is select the fertilizer. So select my bag, and then right click, bring up the menu. My character's starving. Go to field, and then you want to select the fertilizer. So yeah, chuck your fertilizer down, like I say, 1 per square plot. And it don't matter if you use this and the season ends, it should stay good for the next season as well. So it will look something like this. As you can see now, that is fertilized. So once the ground has been fertilized, then you select your hoe and you hoe it for a second time. So you turn the fertilized field into a plowed field, and it will start looking a lot neater without any of the stones and stuff like that. So then it will look like this, nice and tidy. So then what you need to do is select your bag again, right click, go to field, and then select the available seed. So as you can see, none of these can be planted, but cabbage can, so we're going to go with a cabbage patch. And I'll show you a chart in 1 second, and it'll show you every available seed and when you can plant and when you can harvest it. So again, you sprinkle the seed on 1 per plot. So here is all the available seeds and what you can do with them, when to plant them and whatnot. So take a screenshot of this helpful information. So that is your field right there. If you mess up your crop, you can just plow it out like so, and then select a different seed, and then sprinkle that down. And then you just leave it for the whole season. Once the season ended, the next season it should be grown, unless it's a 2-crop season, something like that. Once it's all grown, the vegetables like the cabbage and the carrots, they can be picked to harvest, but like I say, wheat like flax and rye, that sort of stuff, you will need the sickle or scythe to harvest it. The extra vegetables you don't need, you can be dropped into a neat pile or kept on you just to rot. Like I say, you can make fertilizer in the barn. I'll show you that video next in the next one, or you can sell the excess off for money. But what happens is all the vegetables and that go into your food storage right here. So this is where they end up, and then your cook or yourself can take them and then cook them. You can also eat them raw, so we're going to have a little munch on the house right now. But thanks for watching. Like I say, next one will be villager management and how to work your peasant farmers, get them doing all the work. So thanks for watching. Drop a like, comment and subscribe down below. It really helps this small channel grow. So stay safe, stay entertained, and we'll see you on the next one.